All right, Rail Fanning Adventures, Iowa. Near Dunlap. Westbound manifest for KCS intersection of clock. And we're about to have a meeting of an eastbound manifest momentarily. Outside Dunlap, Iowa. This is the westbound. He doesn't know a thing about grades. Well, a little bit they do. They do go over Donner Pass, though. So, Rail Fanning Adventures, April 5th, 2022, here in Missouri Valley. Coming out of Council Bluffs, and now heading east, a loaded coal drag. And here's the potato. It's me and the potato. We're here waiting for the Southern Pacific Heritage Unit, but this will do. I saw this morning. This was in front of the Southern Pacific train. This one was on the main line in front of him.
Honestly, this is kind of cool to see it all the way over there.
But I know my rail. What did I say? They're going to start coming out of Council Bluffs going east, right?
I didn't say you were wrong.
Watch, you might see a couple C&W cars on this.
Power. Double.
Yup, it's a mega. It's a mega. 2 coal trains in one. Routed through Omaha to miss the grade in Blair, between Arlington and Blair. So what they do is they send these mega coal drags through Omaha, then north out of Council Bluffs, back here to the C&W, and then send them east. Because they're heavy and they're big. And big heavy coal drags don't like mega coal drags don't like steep grades. And here comes our rear DPU and the leading power for the next coal train. second coal drag, which makes it a mega coal drag. Wow, the second coal train only has one and one. One in the front, one on the rear. The reporting marks changed too.
All the air hoses are on the engineer's side. And I can't find a single one that's backwards.
The rotaries are all on one side too.
Now it's the same in the front.
You see one. There's an oddball in there.
Yeah. The world of pieces.
Here comes our rear DPU for the second coal drag and this mega train. How UP avoids debris. So, here I am in Mo Valley. And this is... Ha! It's our train! This is the outbound I built yesterday at work. Right here. I made this entire train.
I rode that car. I tied brakes on it. Yeah, look. I know that graffiti. And this white tanker here.
Yeah, that was on your end.
Yeah.
This is out of 7. That means that they just pulled the outbound right now. They literally just pulled the outbound, which they're supposed to do at night.
Short and sweet, just like we made it.
Well, that's all that fits on track 7.
Right.
And there it goes.
Bye, thanks for taking our stuff.
From Blair, the Council Bluffs rejects finally came and did their job. And our train is finally out of the yard, allowing us to build more shippers. Good job, UP. All right, April 5th, 2022, here in Mo Valley. Still waiting on the Southern Pacific. Here comes another eastbound coal drag out of Council Bluffs. So, UP derailed the coal drag there in Blair right by my job. So now they run them through Omaha. And that's what these are. Reroutes. Get ready for some CNW. CNW.
There it goes.
CNW. Told ya. not even a mega. So it's April 5th, 2022. I'm here in Missouri Valley. And this particular westbound that just came north out of Council Bluff has the SP unit, third in tow. Right now he's headed west. Yeah, right now it's westbound. Coming out of Council Bluff. Couple good fallen flag cars on these C&W. Plus whatever that engine on in Council Bluff. There's one. C&W. There's the C&W reporting mark. Another old C&W. Looks like he's going to continue west, but he may swing north at California Junction, which is just west of my location. I'm right in between Missouri Valley and California Junction here. he still has a control point where he can switch over and head north, so I'm gonna try to get him again. Train DPU. That's actually a car from my plant. Just brought that up the hill the other day. There's no rear DPU. Back end of this is agrium, potash. I believe there's one Montana oil compatible back there, but he's going to stop, so I'm going to go grab pictures. Ralph Fanning Adventures. I'm Rich Bernardin, the founder. April 5th, 2022, here in Missouri Valley. Alright, so it's April 5th, and now we're here at California Junction. This is where UP on the old CNW can either go continue west or east, right here, or swing north and go up to Sioux City. Our train in question, though, with the Southern Pacific unit, is coming west right now. Now, he may swing north. Good possibility, up to Sioux City, or he can continue west. I think he's going to go north. I think he's going to go up to Sioux City. We'll find out, but this is California Junction. That's where they do it. Again, this is the old CNW main line. Now UP. Look who showed up. They decided to report it. I caught him first this morning while Potato was still sleeping. Hey, look at the cows and goats running on the other side. And he's going north to Sioux City. Right here in California Junction, Ralph Anyway. Alright, April 5th, 2022. Myself and the Potato are here in Kansas City, across from Union Station. And here comes BNSF. And the war bonnet. Fourth, pulling stack train. Guys, I don't even know what direction this is going. It could be west, maybe east. I don't know. I think it's west. Railroad west. I got so turned around down here in downtown Kansas City, but this stack train is passing a Union Pacific coal drag here. An empty coal drag, which makes me think it's west because they load coal west of here. Wow. Since we arrived in Kansas City, I have seen 7 Heritage units. Executive Bernstein's yellow bonnets, that war bonnet that just went by. The Kansas City executive train is in the building directly across from me. Wow, that's cool. Amazon Prime. Yeah, that's the Union Station right there. We're in the parking lot of the freight house right behind me. Kind of a last minute idea to come down to Kansas City and go to Santa Fe Junction, and well, here we are. Although this is not Santa Fe Junction yet, this is downtown Kansas City. We're heading to Santa Fe Junction as soon as David comes back with his barbecue. Wow, Walmart, Prime. I haven't seen some of these boxes yet. This is new to me. This is the main line down here in Kansas. First time we've come down here. First time I've ever come down here. Pretty excited. Again, Rail Fanning Adventures, Rail Fanning for those who can't, changing the world one smile at a time. I believe this is a westbound right now. The 4th unit in this train was a Santa Fe war bonnet. I believe these were Santa Fe tracks here. So it's kind of cool seeing the Santa Fe on the Santa Fe tracks. I've definitely never seen these Prime boxes or the Walmart boxes back east. They might be happening now, but this is definitely a first for me. Where I live in Nebraska, we don't see stack trains except on UP main line going through Fremont, the Transcon. BNSF and through Ashland only runs 40-footer that goes into Fremont, and then there's one that goes to IAIS. So this is that's kind of unit53.com. That's a new one. this snack train here in Kansas City. Rail fanning adventure. Alright, April 5th. What you can't see on the rail cam is the action that happens behind the rail cam. Here comes a grain train that's going to be running past the Union Station in downtown. We just watched it climb the hill out of the yard.
That's a pretty significant grade.
Yeah.
Although they make shorter.
Well, it had enough power on the front of it. So there is the rail cam right here on the building. Virtual rail cam right there. Then this is behind where the rail cam can see. This train is heading. This is a northbound at this point. Coming out of the Argentine yard, heading north. So far, we have seen 6 more bonnets, 6 more bonnets, 6 or 7 executive Grunsteins, 4 or 5 NS engines, a CN engine,
And only God knows what else we missed in the yard.
and yeah, it's been one heck of a day here in Kansas City, Missouri.
First time for both of us?
Yep, first time. The reason I'm watching this whole train too is BNSF has heritage covered hoppers. Colorado Southern, Santa Fe, Burlington Northern, CBQ.
This looks like it's all the.
Here comes that other. Here comes the.
I'll get this one for you, bud.
This is a south, another southbound coming.
I got it.
I'm gonna spin around. I'm getting.
No, I got it. You keep on.
It's almost over. All right, I'll keep my eyes on this one. So me and David have been running up and down the street, running around in circles because we just don't know which way to go.
Literally running.
Literally running to try to catch. How many trains have we seen? At least 30, 40.
Enough trains for me to say I'm ready for bed.
The potato is down. The potato is down.
My eyes are watering. I'm overjoyed.
We've seen Kansas City Southern, CN, CP.
Our work. There it is. There's the end of it. I'll get this
That's another. That might be something on UP's line coming over the bridge, man.
That horn?
Yes.
That's them right behind you.
No. Oh, there goes the end of that train. Okay. And now we have this train coming. I'll start recording when it gets closer. Multiple trains. Lots of train action here. Rail Fanning Adventures. Kansas City, Missouri. Alright, Rail Fanning Adventures. April 5th, 2022. Fe Junction. And lo and behold, coming west, more of my job. This is Sweet Brand, which is cow feed, which is made at my plant. David, this is the second time today that we have seen work go by.
I highly doubt it's going to be the last. It's the second time in 3 hours.
Yeah.
This is probably going to be enough nothing but sweetgrass.
It looks like it. It looks very much like a work train. I don't think that. I think this is from the Cargill plant down there, though, David. The other Cargill. This is loaded. Coming. Yeah, no, we don't get SBTX. We don't get those. That's not ours. This is not ours. This is from the other Cargill plant down the road here. So, that being said, though, we do sweet bran like this at our plant, and it is very weird to see work going by, basically. Another train of Cargill product. Yeah, we don't get those SPTXs. That's weird. That's a new car, Dave. That's a new one. We don't have any new car. We have the old BNs. Like this one currently in front of you. God bless you.
Find out where...
That's Trinity Rail made that one.
Now the Cargill facility just up the rail is a soybean crush plant.
Yeah. And how about the other one that was outside the town? And they would use these cars because Cargill bought them. It's our reporting mark.
Yeah. So it's soybeans and Nutrina. It's the two Cargill facilities up the rail here.
Well, this is definitely from Cargill.
Oh, I have no doubt.
But I don't think it... Alright, it might not be... Because this is not... They don't make feed out of soybean. They make it out of corn.
Might be that Nutrina then.
No, because it's a Cargill product. David, I hear another train.
I do too.
I don't know which way to look, buddy.
I'm thinking about the floodgates are going to open tonight. We're in for a treat. You know, something told both you and me to go south. I think it was the best decision.
Well, you mean me? I kind of kidnapped you, David. You were like, we should do this later. Like, you vetoed it, right? I vetoed you, vetoed us staying.
No, you kind of said, you hit the nail on the head. You said the problem is you want to go.
Yes.
And I looked at you, and you could probably tell immediately that I'm like, well, you're not wrong, but frick.
See, because David likes to have a plan for everything he does. The man has a plan for pooping. The man has a plan for peeing. What he doesn't have a plan for is when I just go, David, get in the car, let's go. Then he's a little off kilter.
Thank you for sharing that with everybody.
Yeah, well, see, I told you, he has a plan for pooping. He just admitted it. Did you hear that? I'm just saying. This is why we call him the potato.
Potatoes go in, potatoes come out.
God, man, look at all this. Look at all the sweet bran, David. So that's the product that are in these cars. Cargill bought almost all of the old Burlington Northern, these cars, from Burlington Northern.
Side note, because I'm still on the map looking at Cargill, where they're coming from. Just in case you wanted to know, General Mills is up the road here.
Yeah, I know General Mills is up the road, but that's not this. They were
Right. And it's in the same facility.
But so Cargill bought these cars. They were coal cars. They were cleaned, retrofitted with these tarps on top, and that's to keep the feed that's in them dry. It's a feed that so basically Cargill makes this product called Sweet Bran, and its whole purpose is vitamins and stuff for cows and pigs and chickens, and well, you can feed it to all farm animals. David, there's a train coming across the bridge. There's a train coming across the bridge. He's waiting for this to get across. We have We have something coming.
I see the
I can see a headlight, yeah. One of the products that Cargill also makes is Imperial, another type of feed. But the Sweet brand is something that gives the animals the vitamins and stuff they need to stay alive during the winter when it's cold.
This is a black ton of Sweet brand.
I'll try to find out more about it and tell you guys. But we load it into these cars in the plant, and then it's shipped all over Canada, Mexico, and the U.S. for animals to eat. And it's a byproduct of Cargill making ethanol. That's what it boils down to. I move these cars loaded and unloaded every day at work. David hooks and disconnects them. I hook and disconnect them and also move them because I'm now operating.
Don't forget about the tying the brakes. Oh, and in case anyone cares, we have to shove 2 miles uphill on these things.
Yeah, we have a step now. There's a rule because one of our fellow employees slipped, and they don't know exactly what happened to him, but he was dragged and lost his life riding these. Coal cars are not safe to ride. Now there's rules against us riding these particular cars up and down the hill at work because we did lose a fellow employee.
We need a shoving platform.
No, we have a step. You use the step.
Or step extender, fine.
We used to have 3, but our other crews shipped 2 of them, one to Mexico and one to Canada, so we only have 1 now. This is a lot of feed, David. This whole train is nothing but feed. Oh, nope, there's some tanks at the end. There's some liquid feed, I believe, at the end of this. That's another thing that we make is liquid feed. David, there is a train coming across the bridge, bro.
Top or bottom?
Bottom. Bottom, David, bottom. It is just waiting for this train to get in the yard and
Other
get out
side
of the
of
way.
that stone pile?
Yes, the bridge right in front of us. It is sitting on the bridge.
Okay, I see it. Well, it makes sense why he's going so slow because the yard is right there.
Yeah, he's going into the yard.
I think he's at 5 mile an hour. He's at yard speed.
Probably less than that. It's got to be like maybe 3. Oh, here it comes. Yeah, here comes the liquid feed at the end. Or it could be corn oil. I'll let you know in a minute when it gets here. I hear power, David. Maybe a rear DPU on this? No? Maybe up top. Behind us.
Just don't know.
Up top behind us.
100%.
No, it's got a red. He's got a red signal. No, it can't be.
There's a helicopter.
Where?
Right here above the
Oh
bridge.
yeah. That's not the noise. I'm hearing. Oh no, there's a rear DPU coming. We got pushers on the end of this.
It's echoing.
Yeah.
Yep, that's it.
And
Pumpkin. Just one.
so this is either going to be corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup, or corn
placard.
oil. It's not stillage because it says stillage on it. Yeah, this is corn syrup or high fructose corn syrup in these cars.
That's a lot of it. There's a really long tanker. That's a 60-footer or something.
And our rear DPU is 8033.
Oh, look. 1600 even. ES44.
ES44C4.
C4.
And there's a train waiting to come across the bridge here, so we'll be back in a moment. Rail Fanning Adventures. Alright, April 5th, 2022, Santa Fe Junction. This is southbound, coming across the bridge right in front of us here at Santa Fe Junction. It looks like it might possibly be a local. I don't know. We're new here, very new here. He's only got one car. I think it's a BNSF local.
Is that high hood forward or long hood forward?
It's long hood forward.
One car.
One car, one lumber car. David, it's the yellow one. David, it's KCT. We finally got to see a KCT.
Kansas City Terminal. Local power, one car, switching out of lumber.
Look at that. We finally got to see him. Crossing the diamond. Oh, I wish it was daytime, David, so I could get a better picture for everybody. But yeah, this is KCT.
I wonder if that's their only power or if they have more.
No, they have way more. They have a whole railroad here, David. They go between all 5 major players here.
I believe that's a GP38.
No.
Or GP39.
39, like ours at work. That's so cool. With one little lumber car. And there's the headlight from our westbound. Alright, April 5th, 2022, Santa Fe Junction, and this loco is coming out of the yard, heading east, but what they're doing is they're running this power, which is long hood forward right now, reversing at an Argentine yard. They're going to run him behind us right here, and then he is literally going to pull in front of us. I think what they're doing is they're spinning this power around. It is NS power on the BNSF main line. So we should see him basically get to the other end of the Y here, and then he'll be crossing right in front of us. There's been so many trains, guys. We're trying to keep up.
I lost track.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Yeah. We're gonna see him come back in a moment. David, we have another eastbound, yeah, coming out of Argentine Yard. And we have David, we got a signal. David, we got 2 signals, a yellow and a green. And we have a westbound waiting down the tracks here. It's crazy. We have a red on the left, a green in the middle, and a yellow on the right, David. Alright, Rail Fanning Adventures, April 5th, 2022. Alright, so they reversed this engine out of Argentine Yard, long hood forward, this NS engine. And he's now heading east. He's heading east. And as you can see, there's a westbound in the background waiting. He's gonna go, now he's on the main track there, and then they're gonna switch him over to the right. He's gonna take a little bit of a right turn here. And there he goes. He's going over to the track to the right. He's gonna take that. In the distance there, there's a red, a green, and a green. He's going to take the green all the way to the right. And now, also heading east, directly behind me, is another train coming. I don't even know how many trains. We've seen so many trains today. He's slowly moving because he's got to wait for NS there, the NS engine, right there, to get down and onto the other track.
so that they can give him the signal here to continue out of the yard. This train is coming out of the Argentine yard and heading east. He's got a hole right there, though. He's got a hole because we're waiting for that signal right there to give him a green. Because NS just came around the Y here. They spun the power around and sent him. I guess they're sending him back to the NS yard, which is on the east side of town here. So he went down and then bumped over to the right. And now that he's out of the way, they'll realign the switch right in front of me here, right on the other side of the signal and on the other side of the road. Give this guy behind me the green, and he'll take that middle green. So, Real Fanning Adventures, Santa Fe Junction.
Go make some money.
All right, April 5th, 2022. After NS's power got out of the way, they did a real quick, well, basically they reversed power. He came out of the Argentine yard, long way forward, and he left going east. They split him around on the Y, and now we have another eastbound coming out of Argentine yard. And here's a westbound up top, 4-engine stacker. Another 4-engine manifest. Yes, it's double tracked up there. Yep. All right. So yeah, there's a lot of trains here. Lots of trains. I can't even begin to tell you how much cool stuff we have seen today. It has truly been an amazing adventure today for both myself and the potato.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Four big ones pulling a manifest, David.
You guys smell the
I
diesel.
guarantee you there's going to be some fallen flags in this train. Guaranteed. That was an ace.
You owe me a hobo $1, sure. Where is this uphill guy?
We have a green. I don't know. Behind him, he's got to climb. That one's going downhill, I believe. That's what the grade looks like. Where?
The other end. There's his headlight peeking up double track.
I see him. Yep.
War bonnet.
Nuh-uh.
War bonnet on
No,
the hill.
No, it's not.
Third unit.
No, it's not.
Third unit.
No, it's not.
I promise
Don't
you.
toy with my emotions.
I promise you it's a war bonnet. Third unit on the hill.
Pumpkin. Second unit's a pumpkin. Seventh war bonnet.
What?
There it is. Another one.
738. Amazon box.
That is a eastbound stacker with another war bonnet. And then this manifest right here. David, I lost count of how many war bonnets we've seen.
All of them.
Just log it, Heritage.
Oh.
It's going east.
736, right? Yes.
I think that's what you said.
736 or 758, one or the other. It's hard to tell, my eyes are watering.
You owe me a $1.
What the frick?
BN car right here.
Where?
Right here. The green one right in front of us.
Oh, I see it.
There's the fallen flag. I told you there would be one.
But you did not say if there would be two.
I don't know. No, I said there would be at least one. Every manifest is. Check them out, dude. That's the Amazon Prime box that I was telling you about that I've never seen. We never see them back east.
He's going south, right?
He is going east. The stacker's going. David, Amtrak.
Amtrak.
What?
I believe that's the Southeast Chief.
Who's reversed?
Yeah.
Look at the phase 3 baggage cars. Old baggage cars.
David, look at the power that's on this.
That's my first one!
That's the new power.
That's my first one, the Charger.
The Charger, yep. That's the Southwest
Oh.
Chief. What is that, David?
No, that's the,
That Amtrak is heading west. Southwest Chief?
no, Southwest Chief is Superliners.
Are you sure, David?
Well, I'm more than 100% sure.
You're no, you're not. You're
Southwest
not.
Chief.
You are not more than 100%
It's
sure, David.
Superliners.
You are not.
It's a long distance train. That's not long distance, that's local.
Well, how can that be local, dude? It's got all them baggage.
Kansas City to Chicago, that's it.
Then, yeah, but that's not local. That's a regional then.
Regional,
A
sorry.
regional, yeah.
It's not long distance.
Hey, that train has food cars in it. Check out the new GATX box, David. Two fallen flags, that's another $1, bud. Bro, we have a regional train now. I think he's going to reverse in the yard and go up the hill because the station's that way, Dave.
You just reversed out. What's the train number? Can you see it?
I cannot. It's too dark. I think he's
206?
reversed. I don't know, David. It's too dark, bud.
Right.
It's too dark. There goes a new, what is that? Charger.
Yeah, 64 Charger.
With the baggage car, another baggage car, another baggage car,
Baggage cars.
and then a bunch of,
Care car. So
now he's zipping, David. They switched him a different track and he's out of there.
That's the cafe cars, yes.
David, that's heading south, bud. That's southbound. He came out of the station and now they're routing him south. That's why he reversed down this track. This is crazy, David.
I've never seen that.
Rail
many
Fanning
people.
Adventures, Santa Fe Junction. Truly, the rail cam here does not do this place justice. There is 2 high lines behind the camera that just non-stop train action. It's
Yes,
just amazing.
the Southwest Chief. Yo,
I'm listening. Go ahead.
it's pulled by P-42s. It's not
All
a
right, so
Charger.
it's not the 2000. Then what train is it?
That's what I'm getting.
Go to Kansas. David, look at this. Look at this graffiti.
What's that say? Oh, look at that.
Anvil Care.
Cade. More. That's an old.
David, there's another train coming. Look. Another eastbound.
Did they just build all the trains and send them? Is that what's going on? They waited for
How do I? Bro, it's my first time here.
What the
How do I know? Argentine Yard is that
That
way.
was more like a.
He just dimmed the light. There's another eastbound possibly coming behind this eastbound that's going in front of us. There's a westbound waiting to come into the yard. There's an eastbound stacker on the high line behind us that I recorded that had the war bonnet on it. Then that, whatever Amtrak train that was, we had KCT power move, and then NS power. It's wow. There's no rear DPU on this one. I don't think there is. I think it just ends. And that's the end of our eastbound. Rail Fanning Adventures. I'm Rich Bernard and founder of Railfan Ventures with David Croy, the potato,
Hello.
who's one of our admin, and we're here at Santa Fe Junction, Kansas City, Missouri. April 5th. This is Union Pacific heading north now at the Santa Fe Junction. We're at Santa Fe Junction, Railfan Ventures.
BNSF train stopped. He's letting him come.
No, he goes above him.
No, but I'm talking back at Union Station. They come next to each other.
Yes, yeah, that's right. Yeah, this is definitely. You know what? I bet you, David, this train is going to end up going to Chicago because that's stuff that goes east.
Pacer, snack train. CSX.
So there's this train.
4 CSX phones.
There's this northbound UP train, right? Behind there, back there, there is an eastbound BNSF stack train that has some ARMN chill cars. And we have a westbound train to our right that's waiting to come into the yard that hasn't got a signal yet. David, we have a red over yellow on the bottom track.
Look at that box. There's a Microsoft logo on it. Something.
At CSX, David. That's
Okay,
a CSX, yeah.
It looks weird.
Yeah. David, we have a red over yellow on the bottom of the part of the bridge. Look, in front of us. That's the first time we've seen that signal. I wonder if that headlight over there is going to be going across the bridge, David.
Well, I need owl eyes. I need to rotate my eyes and head. More CR England.
My camera got wet, and now it's
Mark my
blue.
words, I'm gonna
There we go.
have
Sorry, guys, it's raining.
in
David, this train's got to be going to Chicago, man. Look at all the boxes. They're all Eastern stuff that we see on CSX and NS back home.
Yeah, and he's going track speed.
That's our second Union Pacific train. We've seen a lot of BNSF. And look, Dylan, you need to come here. There's an airplane. They fly right over us here. Dylan Rossman, that's for you, buddy. There's air traffic landing at the airport right on the other side of the river for us.
That's a prop plane.
Yeah,
He's propeller.
that's definitely going to that little executive airport.
So far, I think most of the airplanes following that. Where's this headlight coming from?
It's this car coming out. I think it's a PTI van again. Actually, it's a Suburban of some sort. It's a Burb.
It's got the reflective tape on it.
It's a PTI, yeah. No, it's Holson. It says Holson on the side of it.
Whatever that means.
I don't know who that is. The UP train is stopping.
I think he's on the far track from us.
No, he's close to us. He's right up against the railing. He's on the track that train derailed when that kid was here.
Right. Okay.
It's our side of the It's our side of the bridge.
Right. Well, I just confirmed.
He
that by
just
looking at the
stopped.
bridge. He was going track speed.
Yeah. All right. So our northbound UP train has stopped. Our BNSF eastbound back there has stopped.
There must be a higher.
There's a train
I wonder if
there holding, and maybe.
It's got them all stopped up.
Maybe,
now.
and then there's a westbound over here that has stopped.
We have finally seen, may I say on camera, I have just finally seen the Siemens Charger Midwest service. First time.
It's been a crazy day. We've seen all kinds
Passenger
of
rail's kind of one of my things. Just saying.
all kinds of war bonnets and executive Grensteins and I mean, just to give you an idea of what power we've seen today, what railroads: KCS, NS, CSX, CN, CP, BNSF, UP. Did I forget any? And Amtrak. That's 8 railroads here, and and KCT 9 different railroads today alone.
There's
here
probably
in Kansas.
more we don't even know about yet.
All right, UP is finally moving again. Here we go. He's finally continuing north across the bridge there.
Jake, go.
Oh, our lights came on, and nope, we still don't have a signal, at least this way. Oh, he might be getting a signal. This train might be going over this bridge here, David. This westbound.
Oh, okay.
See him?
Through the bottom.
He's got the red and yellow
I'm just gonna say that is one of freaking cool bridge to have double-decker.
double-decker train bridge. Yeah. All right, Rail Fanning Adventures. This video's 5 minutes already. Rail Fanning Adventures, Santa Fe Junction. Myself and the potato here. It's been a crazy day. More to come. Yeah. All right, April 5th, 2022, Santa Fe Junction, Rail Fanning Adventures.
Got an ace up front.
This is, well, what was a westbound. Now swinging north and going over the river.
GP40 on rear or some sort. 4-axle power.
That would be a GP39. It's a GP39. Dash, it's a Dash 3. With an Admiral cab, that's gotta be nice. I bet you that one still has its
It's got a
bathroom.
different cab on it.
Here comes a eastbound.
This is all auto racks?
I don't think so. It's a manifest.
It's got a lot of auto racks on it too.
Yeah.
As far as long
It
as I
is
can see.
basically taking the part of the Y across from us. Let me put my phone in my little holder here. And going over the bridge where we just saw the northbound Union Pacific up top stag train go.
That little window holder is the best investment.
What little window holder?
Your phone's in right now.
Oh, the phone
Keeps
holder.
the phone perfectly steady.
Yeah. Right now it's auto racks heading north, but it is a manifest that just came down the BNSF. This place is weird. We have a train coming east out of Argentine Yard. The weather is not cooperating, as you can see. That's a weird bear box. CMHX. Reporting mark. Ooh, Southern Pacific.
Alright. Oakland, by the way.
Oakland. They're dropping it off at his house. Yeah, Southern Pacific. More auto racks. The traffic here, David, look, there's a train right there now, tied down.
That's still the war bonnet, right? That's sitting there on the left.
I don't believe so. The war bonnet was more to the right.
So he's gone.
I think he went west. Yeah.
Your DPU went into the yard.
This UP train has stopped. Where's this train that's coming at us going?
Probably.
Maybe south? It's going to go around where that Amtrak train went? Possibly? I don't know. I'm done guessing here. It's way too hard. Alright, our UP manifest has stopped. Right in front of us, so I'm going to stop this video and I will continue recording when he gets going again. Rail Fanning Adventures, Santa Fe Junction, Kansas City, Missouri. Alright, Rail Fanning Adventures continued. Santa Fe Junction, our Union Pacific manifest that was coming west and then heading north across the bridge. That stopped is now moving again, so we're gonna keep recording. There we go. We'll zoom in on the action a little bit. Too far. There we go. Oh, we just got another horn going. It looked like there was an Ace, another big engine, and then a GP39 for power on this manifest. That sounds like something behind us now, David. So we always laughed and said that Reading was a spaghetti rail. Then we came to Kansas City, Missouri. And now we understand what real spaghetti rail is.
Yeah.
Where railroads, there's so many diamonds here, and
I have
up and overs and high lines and stuff, and it's just crazy.
This is the first time in my life I've seen a triple Y triple diamond. And it's all double track.
Yeah.
Probably one for each major railroad in that area.
Heck, all we gotta see now is Farrell. We just got our signal aspect changed on the door signal to our left, David. It's now red over yellow.
It's gonna be running all night.
There must be a BNSF, westbound BNSF train behind this. David, we just got a green over red here. It truly is remarkable how much rail traffic there is just here. It's amazing.
When we come back, I'm gonna figure out where the St. Joe sub comes out of.
Right here. We're watching it. Farmers Marketing Association.
I've seen that, no.
Well, Denver, Colorado. Look at this car right in front of us, David. Right here.
Is that
Farmers Marketing Association, Denver, Colorado. That's a new one for me. That's the car right there.
it's in relatively decent shape?
Yeah. We now have a green in the middle, east of our location. There's an old Penn Central right behind that.
doing out here far away from home?
Well, we've seen Illinois Central. We've seen a lot of cool fallen flags. A lot of heritage units today. And it all started with UP Southern Pacific. And then just ballooned from there. David, there's a yellow C&W covered hopper in front of us. All right, this train has stopped again. Again, Rail Fanning Adventures, Santa Fe Junction. Now I'm getting there. I wish I could get a good picture of that. Let me see if I can get it in my headlights here. I'm gonna try. Because I love, I love fallen flag cars. And that is definitely a cool one. Rail Fanning for those who can't, changing the world one smile at a time. Alright, on the High Line behind the virtual rail cam here at Santa Fe Junction, this is an eastbound. There's the headlight. It's climbing a grade. Pumpkin, another pumpkin, 3 pumpkins, oh, and a stack train. So another stacker heading east. Rail Fanning Adventures, Santa Fe Junction, Kansas City, Missouri. Meanwhile, we have a westbound waiting, a stopped northbound UP manifest, and back here there's that is an eastbound waiting. We have a westbound that's coming into Argentine Yard, but it's waiting for UP to get out of the way. All right. Santa Fe Junction, part 3 of the northbound Union Pacific manifest. He's finally rolling again. And the end of the train. So now we can get the traffic that is now backlogged. Now he's out of the way. BNS, we have another eastbound coming, David. Actually, I think this is Amtrak.
Where?
It's coming towards us, but it's going to go, I think, on the Y here. Or up the hill, that cut between Argentine Yard and the station. Wow, this has just been one heck of a train watching day, for sure. Well, I will keep continuing to try to record the awesomeness that is Santa Fe Junction, and tomorrow we will be going to the station to go see the museum, and yeah, it's just been the westbound is here. I can see his headlight. Wow, just wow. Rail Fanning Adventures as he continues north now over the bridge. All right, so now that UP has got out of the way, we have 2 waiting eastbound trains coming out of Argentine Yard, and we now have a westbound right there waiting to go into Argentine Yard. So more action to come.
Swivel. It has a remote control.
Yeah, I know, but like there's a David, there's H1 paint. the green and orange. The nod. Alright, so this is now a southbound. It was heading east. It is now going south. Santa Fe Junction, April 5th, 2022. We have... What is that second unit? God, I wish it was during the day. You'd be able to see the H1 paint. Looks like it's going to be a grain train. Nope, and here comes our westbound. So this train was coming east and is now heading south here at Santa Fe Junction. To be honest, guys, I'm just going by what the compass is telling me. It's a spaghetti rail. It doesn't mean that this train is heading south. It just means right now it's going towards the south. Train for that lovely green signal right there is now approaching. And it's 7691 NS.
It's 44 DC.
Followed by 4380 AC44 C6M. Pulling a manifest westbound.
This makes sense. It's coming from the east yard.
It's coming from NS's yard to the east.
This is making sense now.
Going into Argentine. It's bringing a train into Argentine yard.
More points behind. I don't freaking know. We got a bunch of cool stuff though. It's cool stuff.
As far as I know, it could be a BNSF crew in there. Oh look, limes, David. More work.
I was wondering what that was.
Mm-hmm.
Just lime.
Well, we have some brand new covered hoppers passing us going to the south here.
I can't see them through the tin very well. Like here.
Right now, there are three trains that I'm watching and moving.
The only other place I knew you could possibly do that would be Fostoria, but that's very. It's not like this. It's different. It's different.
Yeah, that's only CSX and NS and CP. This is 5 different railroads. This truly is amazing.
Is it too much to ask for just wanting to see a all Santa Fe train with all war bonnets up front and all the cars Santa Fe?
I don't think that would ever happen, but that would be pretty cool to see on Santa Fe. We've seen, so the coolest thing that's happened today is we've seen Santa Fe, actual Santa Fe war bonnets on Santa Fe tracks, which was pretty amazing. And it's kind of nice seeing tuxedos, because this is about as far west as they come towards me.
This is their terminus.
Yep. Oh, stop your complaining back there.
That's not complaining. If you thought that was complaining, please. I just said at some point you're going to need to sleep.
Oh, SCSX. And there's cars in these. These are loaded auto racks heading west. Providence, Worcester Railroad. I have one
Now
of
this is
those.
complete. My body doesn't want to do this.
I know, because there's too much to see here, and you might miss something fantastic. You know what I would love to see here? Since NS comes through here, and they, ship everything via UP and BNSF through KCT, a Southern auto rack, because I've seen the highlights from the rail cam here,
Yeah?
and that's how I know that they still have Southern auto racks. Fallen flag cars.
I don't think I've ever seen one.
I have one in O scale. I got it because when I was in LaGrange, where they street run, I saw a Southern auto rack there. And then I was like, oh, I need to. That was a must.
Funny enough, NS had that small derailment with a rock slide with the Southern unit.
Mm-hmm.
8099.
Well, it wasn't really a small derailment. It pretty much destroyed that engine. Hork!
And there's a few people that were half joking, half serious about NS just bringing that engine back with black and white paint. Not bothering to repaint it.
Well, considering that most of the executives now running NS are from Southern Railroad, I doubt that will happen.
Right.
That's why that thing always, when it pulled the executive train. I'll tell you what, that grain train that's heading to the south from BNSF is huge. It's still going.
This is the train that never ends.
Alright. And as this goes by, the end of our southbound grain train is finally approaching, and here comes our rear DPU here at Santa Fe Junction. I'm sorry guys, I'm using my phone. But there he is, our rear DPU. And let's get back to this manifest here. Beautifully long manifest was led into the yard here with NS Power. Conrail. Well, to be fair, too, I just thought of this, David. You know, NS does stand for night shift. And we did start seeing a lot of them after the sun went down and it got dark. Looks like we have a lot of empty well cars now making their way past us. Intermodal all-purpose Steinnet cars, 53 footers. Three 53-foot well cars. That's the A, C, well, this one should be B. Yep. Alright, well, it looks like the end of this train is just empty well cars as this NS train pulls itself into Argentine Yard. Ralph Fanning Adventures, Santa Fe Junction. Still April 5th, 2022. And, yeah, keep bringing you all the action. Bonnet 784. Santa Fe Junction. This is heading east. That's 8 or 9. April 5th still. Another 15 minutes. We're here in Kansas City, Missouri at Santa Fe Junction, Ralph Fanning Adventures. There's a westbound on the highline behind us, which I believe he'll be going down into Argentine Yard. It looks like he's on the track that goes down the grade into Argentine Yard from that line. I'm back over here to our eastbound. So we have an eastbound and a westbound grain train. scene. Executive Grenstein is just a great day. And here comes the end of our eastbound Rough and Adventures. April 6th, Fe Junction, heading east. Third unit, H1 paint, the green and orange, $10.99. Awesome. These are loaded condo quality. Here we go. Ralph Fanning Adventures. I'm the founder, Rich Bernard. And there was a very sleepy potato. I'm the founder of Ralph Fanning Adventures. Doing my job here at Santa Fe Junction. Another Conrail quality. Here we go. And this auto ride train is heading eastbound according to my compass, guys. I'm sorry, I don't know this area very well. It is now Wednesday. Me and David agreed to come back down here this weekend. We have a 3-day weekend and explore all the rail yards. It has been an incredible experience. Kansas City, Missouri. Again, this is Santa Fe Junction. The virtual route cam is literally right behind my truck. It's April 6th. It's 01:48 in the morning. Trains have been rolling by all night. What the virtual route cam doesn't show you is the main track that goes through downtown, through the station where all the major railroads here in town go through. It's behind the camera. the day started with Southern Pacific from UP. Incredible place to be if you like watching trains. It's incredible. One of the coolest experiences for me, since I'm a giant rail history buff, was actually seeing a Santa Fe war bonnet on Santa Fe tracks leading. That was a cool thing. Like a glimpse into history of what it was like here. David got barbecue from a barbecue place that was a freight depot right across from the station, and it was great, but the building itself still looks like a freight depot. Had the entry tower on one end, and they repurposed the railroad bridge for pedestrians to walk from the freight depot over to the train station. That was really cool. I can't wait to go see the model train displays that are inside that building. We'll be doing that at 10 a.m. today. Pretty much the weather has killed all of our plans. It's just been raining non-stop, and it doesn't feel like it's going to stop anytime soon. These are loaded auto racks with pickup trucks in them, heading Compass East. It's coming out of Argentine Yard, heading towards downtown Kansas City, along the river here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you don't see on a rail cam right behind us. There's another eastbound stock train just climbing the grade. I just witnessed a BNSF mega stack train, which had an incredible amount of power from middle and at the end. And those three big boys up there pulling on. Calling that the higher line. It's above. And just to my left, or looking west, there's a line that goes out of Argentine Yard straight up to that line. Just incredible. An incredible day. And it appears we are now lit for a westbound to come into the yard. Rail fanning adventures. Right in front of us is the double-decker bridge right there. Just awesome.